KCCA welcomes His Excellency M7's to Kampala. We want to confirm, are these billboards were done by KCCA or the President is welcoming himself in Kampala? If it was done by KCCA, you did it from which account or from which budget? Because we are here before us, there are so many domestic areas. Is it going to be part of the domestic areas for the next financial year? We need clarity on this.
So Lord Mayor, tell us about that budget. Whether the President was welcoming himself. No, the President is not KCCA, so he could not have received and welcomed himself in the city. Lord Mayor, when you put up that thing, whose budget were you encroaching on?
I think that comes squarely to the accounting officer. I have no idea. We have not, at least we have not discussed it in SEC. And at some stage, I had also intended to ask management to account for the same at an appropriate time.
The money?
Yes. To explain on which vote and how they came up with that advert and so on.
ED?
So that one, the ED. But
answer the member's question.
The other one, Chair, about independence and
about independence
and the processes, Mr. Chairman. For us, as the State Executive Committee, our position is that we do not have that mandate actually to regulate the pinning of posters unless we implement the outdoor advertisement ordinance, which has been halted. So we have no legal tool to guide us on regulating posters. Our position is that posters are not buildings which require building permits. Because even permits go through, the approval of permits go through a process.
Okay.
The Act creates two bodies, the Physical Planning Committee under the Physical Planning Act and the Building Committee under the Building Control Act.
But we have seen you bringing down posters. Yeah, is that you always suffocate politicians. I don't know why this country hates politicians. When a politician is organizing a political meeting, the police will come and batter you up. When someone is organizing a crusade, nobody would fight them. I thought the right thing, in light of what you talked about, is for you to put instructions on particular areas which you think are dangerous to put posters. But you must reserve some freedom for citizens. Whether you like it or not, this is a political season.
This is going to be a rather difficult situation to manage. That was the intention. We know that if we address this matter to the Secretaries General, we can have a position which can then be applied even to independent candidates, because the issue is to find a formula of how we can behave in this process. We have no dislike for politicians because we are also voters, Mr. Chairman, to comfort, Honorable Chairman, to comfort you. On the issue of the posters in question, those must have been posters printed in gratis, because we have not sanctioned those and we have not caused any entry on the coffers of KCCA.
The Lord Mayor, who is a celebrated lawyer, says that there is no ordinance to regulate what they are outdoor. I see some conflict. So when you are writing to the people who are going to advertise, what is guiding you as the technical people?
Before he comes in, it has been a bone of contention. That's one of the contentious issues we have there. Management created a body called Outdoor Advertising Committee. And I've always questioned it. It's coming now to 10
Created
years.
by law, created by what?
Without any
administratively.
law, administratively. That there is that committee which is regulated, and they allocate space. They do some allocation. And in most cases, they have been doing it arbitrarily.
What sanctions do they provide?
Which sanctions? You see, at some stage, they would even cut down some of those polls. They would just come and cut them down. And we have been dragged to court.
Lord Mayor,
yes.
What's the membership of this advertising committee?
The members, initially, I think the long-serving member was called Musimenta from the Directorate of Legal. Musimenta, I don't recall the other name, but I don't know whether he's part of us. Management will let us know. The name Musimenta sends chills down our spines in the institution. I must tell you. Musimenta.
No, is Musimenta.
Musimenta. Musimenta. Musimenta. Actually, how can I appreciate the Lord? I think that's what it means. This gentleman was the Alpha and Omega for the allocation of sites. All those big billboards you see there, just say you can erect your billboard there. For you, I can bring it down. And you do cut down those billboards arbitrarily. And this is what gave rise to that case of Nwaka. Problematic. It was problematic. 2017, 2018, very problematic. And we told them, let's enact an enabling law, the ordinance. I'm here. They refused. So the board has been there. So management should account for it. What law did they invoke to put in place that committee to do the allocation?
Mr. Chairman, you asked about the committee and they referred to Musimenta, but
yeah, before Musimenta and other members, the vice chair brought to my attention something which I want to send to the executive director to show you. Don't press very fast. I will not. No. Who is there, Edgar? Let me send this before it disappears to the executive director. The deputy chair tells me that is the kind of billboard that he was talking about. That one is not a KCCA billboard or advert?
But that's AI.
You have a budget for that?
Maybe we would want to give that committee to verify, that committee in charge of advertising, Musimenta, to verify that.
Yeah, it should be on record.
Yeah, they are going to come on record. They are going to come on record. They are still looking at it. Please, the entire team, from the Lord Mayor to the last person, are looking at the advert.
Chair, for us who stay in Tinda, in the evening, you drive from Nakawa, then branch to as you branch to Spear Motors. There are adverts there, including even the portrait of the ED and His Excellency. Just drive at night, you'll see them. They're lit. Just from Nakawa, Spear Motors cross.
Okay. ED, do you have an answer?
Honorable Chair, I can confirm that we have not paid for any such advert. That's why I said they could be gratis.
Okay. Yes,
at times we want to cry for this country. How can a technical team receive any gift, gratis or whatever, without going through council? I think we have to come and teach you some bit of governance. For you implementers, you are a pipeline. No, there we are having a big problem. That's why you're having confusion. The Lord Mayor is not seeking for glory to be honored, but it is just simple. You go through the relevant committee of council and you receive it. Not you as a technical officer, as you are going out, I give you some money and you go and implement. It could have some other connotations binding council. So you go through the relevant committee of council, it is represented, you will not even come here to be haunted. But you see, you believe that there is no council for you can do anything, you're away, and you cause kind of commotion. We are spending too much time instead of discussing issues like Chirudu. We're discussing petty issues created by your arbitrariness. Yeah, and they are costing money. How do you receive something gratis without going through council? That's not allowed in public service, even regulation, and even common sense.
Yes, Honorable Basalirwa.
Chair, could there be a possibility that these posters welcoming Mr. M7 were erected under pressure, that some invisible hand exerted pressure on the technical wing to have these posters? Because if the posters were erected gratis, as the ED says, then you have to invoke the laws on disclosure of gifts just like that.
Beyond a particular measure.
Yes, beyond a particular amount. And when you look at those billboards, Chairman, they fall into that category that qualifies for disclosure.
That is if they are donated to who?
Even if it is an entity like them.
Even to an institution.
Yes, even if it's an institution like them.
Okay.
But assuming, Chair, that those billboards had vulgar messages, would the technical wing look on as they are there? Would it really happen? And secondly, Chair, the ED has said they've written to political parties to have an engagement.
Communication from the ED on Friday last week. That's how it came to my office. And we had to attend to it very urgently. So, when we were discussing the outdoor ordinance, we made it categorically clear that as the authority, we have no powers to regulate the pinning of political posters. We don't have that mandate. The other thing we agreed on, Mr. Chairman, you were asking the question, can't we pull down those billboards? I said this in the meeting, and the ED is here, and said if we are to enforce order in the city, and we have these billboards, which are not paying taxes, and they are collecting a lot of money. They are using our own facilities. Actually, many of them erected their billboards within our land, on our land, in the road reserves, drainage reserves, and whatnot. We can invoke those acts, the Physical Planning Act and Building Control Act, and pull down those billboards. It's possible. So that's what it entails.
That way, you would be able to sit on a round table and say, can you waive part of this? Can we agree going forward? Even invoking land law, because that is trespass.
Yeah, ekisooka Lord Mayor annyonnyodde nti balina nga council yalina okuyisa kituyita ordinance guiding obe bate bwe bayitamu nga billboards zino olinga nakitimba kubanga billboard eyinza obutabeera nga bwolaba ekipapula ky'onoteeka obutesi ku kisenge naye ezimu baziteeka awantu nga wamu emmotoka ziyitawo ewa ne baziteeka waggulu ku bizimbe ziyinza okubeera dangerous kakati bwemenyeka neegwa nekuba oba emmotoka kuba ezimu zibeera wakati mu makubo endala zibeera zirinaanidde amasundiro g'amafuta ddala ziri waggulu ku zi akedi in case singa yamenyese singa egwa wansi singa ekuba emmotoka singa etta omuntu singa kibuyaga agisigulayo billboard yeeyo ani avunaanibwa era kiridde wamu olwere tewaliwo nateeka naye nga ye Lord Mayor kugamba ffe council weeri tubalinze technical wing muleete ensonga zonna ensonga eno ekolebweko kyo kiggwe wabeerewo regulation n'ensonga egobererwa kuba abatawaayo ssente era abatagwera mutego bagamba tewaliwo tteeka era tewaliwo nsonga yonna. So kakati nga COSASE tukyayongera okutunulira ensonga eno n'okuteeka executive director ne technical team ye wamu era ne KCCA leadership eya political wing okulaba nga ekintu kino kirogerwa eddagala kubanga kize kyescalatinga kuva era ddala mu 2017 2018 katula tuli mu 2025. So olaba nga waliwo obunafu oba sekyo nga waliwo akiri emabega yafunamu omusimbi omuyitirivu.